Hey sis, I have a commitment to healing the historical wound of broken trust between Black men and Black women. And I'm just being with how very little grace and mercy is afforded Black men that's given to everybody else. I know I've done it. I know I've been hard on them. I'm not okay with that, you know. I'm not okay with it. And so I'm healing my father wound. If you've been following me for a while, you know that. And for those who are new to me, hello, I'm Dr. Venus, your hot mess millionaire. Um, ugh, for everyone who's heard this a billion times, I apologize. But when I have new people, they actually have to make sure they know who I am. I used to live on the streets, eat all that trash cans, and sleep in urine and beer. My mama put me out of her house by the time I was 16, and I never went back because things weren't okay. I was raised in violence and a lot of negativity. That's the whole thing, right? Um, And so Richard stopped telling me what to do. I can apologize as much as I want, Black man. Thank you for loving me. Let me do this my way. Okay. Hey, Deborah, glad you're here, baby. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate you. And so I was living outside on the streets, and it was my ninth grade math teacher who saved my life. I prayed to God to help me. She was the answered prayer, right? And because of her love, I eventually graduated from Stanford University with a second master's degree and a PhD. I have 4 degrees. And I've took all my survival, turned it into a system that generated over $5 million in less than 6 years. My clients have done millions of dollars using my systems and my services and my brain, okay, to monetize. So I'm really good at money. And I have a sweet spot for Black women who've gone through life's traumas and bear the scars, okay? And for the last 10 years, I have focused my genius on Black women being emotionally and economically liberated, all right? So that's where I come from. And I've been being with my own internal racism and sexism against Black men. I'm not judging myself. I'm not blaming myself. None of that's there. But I've been being with how little grace I've given Black men. And I'm clear that it is a wound that I have from the absence of my father. So I'm clear about that. But as I heal and as I develop my relationship with the Black man who loves me and I express it, what I am noticing, which is why I'm doing this video today, I am noticing the number of Black women who are so right about how they've been wronged that they disappear the humanity of Black men, and yet they want their humanity honored. Now, I understand that. I understand pain. I have been hurt immensely by Black men. Be clear, you can't be on the streets and not get hurt. So let's just shelf that. Okay? Shelf that. But the thing I'm being with is there's very little room for Black men to be vulnerable without being attacked. The moment they say I'm sorry, or the moment they anything that is that isn't defensive becomes an opportunity to say bad things. Now, I know rage. I have Black rage. I understand all that. All that makes sense to me. That's not my concern. What I'm mostly interested in are the Black women who are healing, not the ones so wounded that they're just as anti-Black man as white supremacist. I'm not talking to those women, and not because I don't love them, but because they don't want to be in this conversation. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not making excuses for Black men. I think it's insulting to say that. It's like you don't know. It's okay. I'm gonna let that be God. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm talking about a historical wound. And it's almost like there's a willed blindness with some Black women where we want to disappear the context of violence that black men have experienced, but we want them to honor ours. We want the world to honor our plight. We want the world to apologize to us for being black women who've gone through some shit. And they fucking should. Okay? And yet we do not want to extend that same kind of grace and mercy to black men because we're mad at the ones that have hurt us and we paint them all bad. I'm not okay with that. I wouldn't accept that from white people for black people. Why would I accept it from black women about black men? That's not okay with me. It's not. So I'm not arguing with black women no more about black men have abused me, black men have hurt me, black men have taken from me, they have used. I know they did. And we did it to them too. We did it with our kids. We called the cops on them. We lied about it. We painted them ugly. We ignored how we participated. We ignored the provocation. We ignored the tolerance. We ignored the red flags. And yet, we want to play fucking victim with them and never be accountable. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. So if that's you, then you should go away from me. You're gonna hate me because I'm gonna say it's us being accountable for a historical wound, not the attack of a personality trait. There's no hierarchy to pain. The Holocaust is no worse or better than chattel slavery. Apartheid is no better or worse than Kosovo. It's not. You can't. There's no. Rape is no more damaging than incest. Be very fucking clear. Just because it's not a violent act doesn't mean it's not damaging. And we're quick to go to our bodies like, oh, they raped me. Black men were raped too. But we don't give them a pass on that. We don't talk about that part. They were raped and they're still being raped. I mean, physically sodomized. That's real for them. And who the fuck can they tell? Us? Where can they talk about that? Where? But we don't want to go there. We want to talk about our pain. And I'm here. Our pain is valid. But right now, I am lending my genius, my multi-million dollar brain. I am lending my heart. I am lending my wisdom to black men. So please do not come here and say, well, I know black men did this, but what about us? I'm like, baby, I spent 10 years on you. I'm not leaving you, black woman. I'm tending to an aspect of us that is not having us thrive as a community. And that's all I'm about. So if you're not committed to us healing as a community from the historical wounds that have been reiterated through time, I'm not just saying slavery was bad. I think that's a very simple logic. I'm looking at the impact of redlining or black men going to work, going to war and not getting a GI Bill after they came back. I'm looking at some real shit. I'm not looking at my feelings. My feelings ain't got nothing to do with history, except when I get annoyed with history. So when you simplify my word, it's insulting to me. Given how much I've poured into you and made sure you win, to simplify my word, it's not okay with me. So now I'm protective of black men because I'm dealing with black women who want to turn them into savages. And I understand why the pain is there. And I understand the teaching because of the social systems that we live in. What I'm not okay with, and hear me when I say this, what I'm not okay with is the disappearance of their humanity. I don't mind holding a black man to account. I don't mind holding a white man to account. I don't mind holding any motherfucker to account. That's not a problem with me, ever. But I have known grace and mercy in my life. And I know that it heals. And I know how God works. So in your righteousness, to invalidate his experience, to justify your rage, that is not the will of God. That's not how God rolls. If God got pissed with us and took the son away, we'd be fucked. But we expect God to forgive us. We expect God to have mercy. We expect God to have grace with us. And yet we won't give it to the people. We won't give it to our sons. We won't give it to the man who's the father of our sons and daughters because we're hurt. How about heal? How about that? How about heal? instead of nurturing the wound by bitching and moaning with other black women about how bad black men are. How about that? And until we get to that kind of emotional maturity, we can expect and anticipate white people to treat us like shit and use us for their own financial gain. Now, you can go ahead and share. Be careful. See who shows up. You can share. You better share. Because if you don't get it right, we will be living in a caste system that is 7 generations deep because we as black women held a fucking grudge. We held a grudge instead of healing. And I don't think you healed for him. I think you healed for you. I've healed for me. I've only healed for me. I'm not healing for him. I thank God that the man that loves me is healing for him. We heal together because we know that together we can conquer the world in whatever way we're doing it. You see what I'm saying? Whatever way. All right. So that's so I'm saying all that to say you can be as white, you can be as right as a white supremacist about how bad black men are. There's a lot of agreement reality around in the world for that. You can. Just don't bring it to my house. Keep it out there. In my house, we love that which God created. And God created black men. Now, they don't have to say shit to you because they're not accountable to you. I'm accountable to you as a black woman because God has given me the mandate to make sure you win, that you're emotionally emancipated and economically free. That's my mandate. So this is not for them. I'm not speaking for black men. I'm not. I don't have that. I can't. That's not my job. But what I can do is make sure everyone who's within the sound of my voice, who is being trained and nurtured and loved by me, know where I stand in the matter. And you will not come into my space and poison the pool with your fucking venom. You're gonna do it. You won't do it. I'm just as fiercely protective of my black men as I am of my black women against white people. You will not hurt that which I love. I know hurt is hurt, but healing takes care of the hurt. And if you don't take on healing, your resentment and your bow, you're going to pass it to your kids. You're going to pass it to everybody you touch. You're going to poison the pool. And you're not poisoning mine. Okay? And I'm not mad at you. I'm just fierce about what I love. And I do not back down. And I will fight for what I love. And I love black men. They've gone through some things. And we don't hold them like people. We hold them like obligations. Like they're supposed to know. They're supposed to be able to take it and handle it and take care of us and take care of themselves and pay for this and do that. And then when they fall, we pounce. I know I have. So I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this to us. I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying it to us. Yes, you should definitely share because we do not talk about how we treat black men. No one holds us to account for how we treat them. And I'm clear they've done foul shit, but we have too. Doesn't that count? Doesn't it count that the retaliation counts? You can't be whole if you can't take both sides. If you're gonna spit venom, then don't be surprised when venom gets spit back. And wounded people spit venom. I know I have and I know I can. God has trained me to manage this tongue of mine for the most part. Still working on that. So my point is I got an idea and I want to run it by you. I'm thinking about doing a workshop on this topic in February of 2022. I really am. I'm thinking about creating a whole thing around healing with black men, looking at what can we do to get them the emotional support, the I don't know. I'm thinking about creating a I don't know, symposium or something for black men, maybe for black couples, because if you're a black woman who loves a black man, then you'll be more willing to grant grace and see his side. I'm thinking about inviting therapists. I'm thinking about inviting people who specialize in black male trauma. I'm thinking about the stuff we do for us. I'm thinking about doing it for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about reaching out to some black male celebrities who talk about their mental health, or there's some black men who have been molested, stuff like that. And I'm not trying to be inflammatory about the molestation. I'm saying that we don't talk about black men like they're people. We don't deal with their vulnerabilities. You know what I'm saying? And it's what I'm mostly interested is healing the historical wound. That's all I'm interested in. Once we have enough of us, a tipping point of black women and men who are healed, we will take over this planet. Okay? We haven't been healed because we haven't looked at it from healing. We've looked at it from blame. We've looked at it from justice, not from healing. I don't give a fuck about what white people do. I give a fuck about what we do. And if we're healed, we're not reacting to their shit. We're building our own empires. We're building our own kids. We're breaking our own curses. We're not waiting on them. Fuck them. Where I come from, you don't wait on money. You make money. You get money. You don't wait for a motherfucker to give you shit. That's not what we do. We make shit happen. And I don't mean like force. I mean like we cause. We create. But you can't really create when you're wounded. You can just react. So this is what I'm thinking. If you are someone, if you're a black woman, if you're a black woman who loves black men, who's willing to heal if you haven't already, or already healed, or you're in love with a black man, whatever kind of love you got for a black man, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about doing a Zoom call this Sunday, okay, about creating this. I think it's a workshop. I don't know what to call it yet. We'll get together, we figure it out, and just creating this event that's valuing the vulnerability of black men. You see what I'm saying? Like really valuing the vulnerability of black men, humanizing black men, making them just as human as we make little babies, the care we give for babies. And I'm because I'm a scholar and a thought leader, I definitely want to get the historical stuff in, like, okay, what have black men gone through? And let's just focus on black men, not on couples, but black men. And as the women, and I'm not talking about his helpmate or being second, I'm saying, no, no, no. They don't have I don't have any symposium that I've heard about black men tended to trauma that's generated by the black women who love them. So that's what I'm thinking about. Okay. And if that's something that resonates with you, then, and you want to take it on, because it'll be something, it'll be a love offering. It's not for money. I'm not hiring anybody, so please don't take me there. I'm just thinking about, yeah, thank you, Deborah. Valuing the vulnerability of black men. Yeah, that maybe that's the name. Oh my God. Then I'm thinking what I would like to get together this Sunday, um, and to hash it out and plan it out and make it an event. Make it like a movement, something that we can get national coverage for. You see what I'm saying? Like get it in the news. Make it a big deal. I don't want to do it in Black History Month. You see what I'm saying? Um, if you are that chick, um, then if it speaks to you, email me directly. Okay, and then so Sunday, let's say at 2. Oh God, see, this is something I'm not good at organizing stuff, y'all. I'm good at thinking, but I'm not a good organizing. If someone's a good organizer, help me. Okay, so but I want to do Sunday because I want us to meet on Sundays so that we can create this event, plan it, delegate, um, and really, really love on black men. You know what I'm saying? Give them the complete undivided focus as a love offering, and really see the world from their humanity, not any other way. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I need. I need some leaders. If you're a black woman who's a leader, who's a team player, then send me an email. My email, someone type this in, is dr dot vor at venusopal.com. Send me an email, okay? And I'm only going to ask once. I'm only going to do this one video about it because I would like to have somewhere between 20 powerhouse leaders, you know what I'm saying, who are very good at organizing, very good at getting the word out, very good at creating events, stuff like that. Because I want to make it beautiful. I can be the mouthpiece, I can get the media on it. I promise you that. But I'm not good at organizing. Thank you, LEF. Thank you for that. I'm not good at, I'm very smart, but I'm not very good at practical shit. All right. So I need someone, I need people, I need sisters who love black men and who want to make sure that they're nurtured the way that we're nurtured, the way we want to be nurtured, right? And that they get the support they need. Because there's some stuff that happens. It's just that I was undiagnosed PTSD for years, and I don't think that black men are cultivated to go get diagnosed so we can be appropriate with them. I have anxiety disorder. I didn't know that until I was in my 40s, until I got diagnosed. I just thought I was crazy. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of, I'm thinking about mental health, I'm thinking about emotional health, I'm thinking about healing. All right. And then maybe we'll do some conversation between black men and black women. I don't know yet, but my group of leader women, we'll design the time together. I think it should just be one day because one, it's too new for me to even figure it out. But I think that if we start planning now, during the first week of February, when everybody's looking at Black history, we can tie this to the history of trauma of black men. And I think we should talk about it. I think the world should have the fucking conversation, and I think we should fucking make them. Okay, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So, my email, oh, and also you should know I'm not good. I'm not good at details, y'all. So forgive me. So I need a general. I need somebody who can run this for and with me, okay? Because I'm not good at it. All right. So if you know that you are a leader and this is something that's close to your heart and you want to take leadership on it and make sure it happens with me, please make sure you put that in the email. Put your phone number in it because I'll be calling you. Okay. And the time is going to be. I think we should meet on Sundays or Sunday or every other Sunday. Haven't worked all that out yet. We can do that together. I think we should meet this Sunday at noon Central, no, Pacific Standard Time, because that'll be 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Block off 3 hours. Block off 3 hours. And we may not use all of it, but I want to meet you. I want to talk. I want to create. And I want to strategize so that when we do this, we make history. And I only play games that are worthy of my life. And this one is worthy. But you got to be someone who loves black men, who's committed to his humanity. So it's an opportunity for you to express your love for black men. Okay, it's a volunteer thing. It's not a money thing. I have to say that, y'all, because people get it mixed up. I'm not hiring people. That's not what I'm doing. I'm creating a 1 day workshop. I don't know. That may change. Yes, yes, yes. That's Eastern time. Life, LEFE. That's I need it for. I'm I'm Pacific time, so it's 12 my time. You see what I'm saying? So it's 12 my time. Okay. So 12 to 3 my time, but it's 3 to 6 Eastern time. So please make sure that's clear, because I won't remember it. Um, and I think that if we do that, I think that if we make it a national conversation, it's okay, Barbie. I'm glad you're in Hawaii. You're welcome to participate. I think if we make it a national conversation, one that ties directly to Black history, I think we can actually impact how Black men are seen and related to in the world. I think we could transform that conversation, sis. I think that if we took it on and we had this day, just like they do with the cancer walk, you know how they do. Oh, and we can raise money. Okay. No, no, I don't. No, don't. Y'all putting in too many different times. I only want Sunday. Thank you, Deborah. I only want the Sunday time. Just please don't get, because people are going to read through this. They're going to get confused and they're going to start emailing me, and I'm going to start ignoring them because I get overwhelmed. It's specific. Thank you, Deborah. Pacific. It's the Pacific Standard Time, 12 noon to 3 p.m. Okay. But what I'm out to do is I'm out to transform the way the world perceives Black men, and I think we can do it. I think that if I get 20 Black women God, please bless me with 20 black women with beautiful hearts, with integrity, with hearts of love and compassion, God. Please bless me with that. I need you to give me that, okay? I need you to give me the right women to have this manifest. I cannot do this alone. I cannot do this without you. I cannot do this without their leadership, God. Please, please give me the right 20, okay? Thank you, Lord. So I need that in order to do this. Does that make sense? So it's not, y'all don't put too many times. Y'all gonna make this complicated, but do not put too many times in. Just email me, okay? And put your phone number in the T. Are you in? T Keys, are you in? Let me know if you can take this on with me. Because if you are, then you're gonna be one of my generals. Because I know you and I love you and I trust you. Um, but I need leadership. I don't need people who are waiting for me to tell them what to do. I'm making it up. It's what I do. I'm a creative, all right? But I need people who execute and who don't mind making calls, who don't mind organizing, sisters who are really like, we can win at this. We can transform how the world sees black men through our love, okay? Um, and so that's what I need. Okay, God, I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I'm doing this. Sure, I can. I love you, Lord. So that's all I got. If you're in, thank you for telling me you're in. Just email me directly, and I'm going to invite one of y'all, probably UT. Oh, honey, you score high with me. Period. Um, to be my general who runs shit. Um, and we may have more than one general, but I just need someone who I can count on. How about that? Who has integrity and follows through and will not leave me, who finishes the job, who takes it from me. Does that make sense? So I'm not asking you to come for training, I'm asking you to come to provide leadership. Okay? It takes that to do this. I can do a lot of things, but I need a core group of 20 women or more um, that really get what I'm out to do around healing history. Okay? We go hard for the light. We do it, don't we, T? Okay. And my email again is T. Can you put it in? Support. No, sorry. I'm sending this to me directly. dr.vor@venusopal.com. Okay. Please, please, please send your email now so I can see if there's any people who are really committed to this. If there's not enough people who are committed to this, I'll do something else. I'll do something myself. Doesn't make sense? But if I have at least 20 black women who will take this on with me, with the ferociousness of how we protect our children and on behalf of black men, then we can change, girl, we can do some shit. You understand? We can do some shit. Because no one else is saying it. And it'd be easy to get media because no one else is talking about it. You see what I'm saying? But it takes the follow through. I know you're sick of me saying it, but it takes the follow through. It's not enough to be inspired. Oh, Barbie, right now I'm talking loud. I can't pin it right now, Barbie, but thank you because I'm on live, but I will afterward. But the email, T, can you put the email back in so they can email me directly, and you make sure you include your phone number, okay? And so we could do this. Could you imagine a world where black men were safe, that they weren't walking around scared? Could you imagine them being honored when they walked in and valued and seen for what they bring instead of being positioned as the threat? Just walk with me and just imagine what it'd be like to have black men be heard without them having to raise their voice. You understand? Like, what would it be like for a black man to be able to say he's sorry without being attacked? And he had the room to clean up his messes instead of having to walk away in shame. What if the key to really having us thrive as a people is having black men know they're loved because they're human, not because they provide? Could you imagine that? Do you understand what it would be like for our fathers and our brothers and our lovers and our friends who happen to be black men forgave themselves for everything they think they did bad and for the things they did do that were bad? And they forgave themselves and they didn't have to keep punishing themselves or acting it out. What if a black man who had been hurt so badly that he was loved so completely, he didn't have to hurt you? Could you imagine that world? Could you imagine that world? I can imagine that world. I can see that world. And we can create that world. We can do that. All we have to do is change the conversation. We just have to have a tipping point to change the conversation. It always comes down to the conversation. And if we can just get a wedge in and let it grow and let it bloom and keep nurturing the conversation, the world will bow down. They won't at first because we'll deal with the heat, not a problem. I got that covered. But if we can start creating that black men are people too, that they're just as wounded as black women, that they're just as hurt and trapped as white women, and they're just living at the effect of white supremacy like everybody else, and not as an excuse. We don't need an excuse. It's just fucking fact. You see what I'm saying? Then we can do some things. We can transform the entire conversation, sis. We could do it. And we started with this 1 day workshop. You see what I'm saying? We may have to do it every year. It may become a week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It may start off as a 1 day workshop and then it turns into, a 100-person event this time, or couples or whatever. And then it turns into a week event in a stadium. And we have, famous black athletes, men who come and share their vulnerability. And we have different kinds of tents where black men get therapy on spot. You understand? Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what my mind sees. That's the Lord. That's God. The anointing is real. Okay. That's what I'm after. And it has nothing to do with ego. It has to do with love. Okay. So I'm speaking life into it. So I want y'all to see what I'm seeing. So if it speaks to you, sis, email me at dr.vor@venusopal.com. Put your phone number in. I'm going to get a leader. T, I'm going to directly email you. I'm going to forward all the emails to T or whoever. If you're another black woman leader who wants to be a general with me, then make sure you put that in your email. Okay. And then I'm going to forward, I'm going to get with, I need to get a cohort of tight leaders first, but let me get 20, and then from the 20 we can pull the 5, and then we'll be fine. But I think that if we took it on, sis, I think we can win. Okay? What do you think? Does it speak to you? Do you like the idea? Okay. We could create that. And it wouldn't be hard. It would just take grace. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be like, ugh, it just takes grace. I love you, T. Thank you. I love her. I love you. She said 20 leads on the way, Dr. B. Thank you. And at least 20. Okay, but I think that's about all I can handle. Yes, so this is what, okay, great. Thank you, Jocelyn. I see that. Okay. Okay, so there's a genuine interest in taking this on. It's only for a few months, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. I would, then this send another email saying I'm a general. Put yourself in so I'll know, and then we'll get together. But my point is, if you understand what I'm out to create, and it speaks to you, and it inspires you, black woman, I need you with me. I need you with me. We can transform history with just 1 day. We really could change the whole trajectory of the planet by empowering the humanity of black men and showing them how to heal, giving them the tools, giving them a safe space. And I just don't know yet if we should do it as couples or as individual men, but That's why I have to get the team together, my team of 20, so we can figure out how we want to do it and how we want to start. Because once we start it, then it has to live on after us. Do you know what I'm saying? Just like the cancer walk does, just like any kind of movement. You see what I'm saying? We start with the one day. We see how it goes. If it goes good, we plan another one for the next year. Bigger, better, bolder, right? So, okay, so great. Okay, so thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for staying. Thank you for the stars. Love you for the stars. I know. Thank you. I thank you for the support. It's beautiful. I think that's a very generous way of supporting me, sending me stars. I love you for that. Maybe we have the email again. Sure, Julie. It's dr.vor@venusopal.com. I will put it at the. I will do. Someone has suggested I post it. I will post it at the end. But I didn't. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out together. Okay. Okay, Jesus. All right, Lord. Bless the Lord. Here we go. We're doing this. Jesus Christ. So thank you for hearing me out. For all my men, know that we love you. Okay. This is my love offering to you, black man. Okay. You don't know me, and I know you don't know me, but please know this. I love you. I love you, black man. I love everything about you. I love everything about you. You are God wrapped in flesh. You are the Alpha and the Omega. You are the head and not the tail. You are the righteousness of God. And there's nothing you could say to me that will ever have me relate to you less than that. It's my choice. I give it to you freely. And I know you're wounded. So am I. I'm wounded too. So there you go. We'll be wounded together and we'll heal together. All right? So my request is that you empower our power. If the men who follow me empower the women who are taking this on, then we can transform the world. Does it make sense? So I don't need you to try to help us. Let us love on you. Let us do this. I'm really fucking brilliant at my shit. Okay? So don't worry about trying to do nothing. All right? The only thing I require from you is to heal. Heal, black man, heal. Take on healing. Take on telling the truth. Take on being nurtured. Take on forgiving. Take on saying you're sorry. Take on being accountable. Take on being responsible. Take it on. Just take it on and do the best you can. Okay? But know that there are black men, women who love you and who accept you and know what it's like to be traumatized and trying to operate on it. The only thing I need from you, black man, is your willingness. I need you to be willing to heal and to do the real emotional excavation to heal the historical wound. If you do that, black man, if you do that for me, you will have so much peace, so much prosperity, and so much purpose because you will become a leader among men. That's what I produce. That's all I create. You will become a leader among men if you listen to my word and you take it on. If you listen to my word and you take it on and you allow yourself to heal, you will win. I don't lose. Everything I touch turns to gold. I blame it on the Lord. Blame it on God. That's how it works. But be very clear. It takes the healing. If you don't heal and you keep being hurt and mad and ugly, then we can't move you. My love can't move through ugly. It can't move through hate. It can only move through willingness. Does it make sense? So, bro, I just need you to understand we got you. Okay? But you have to do your part. You've got to be willing to heal. And you can start now. Start looking at what you can clean up. Start looking at what you can be responsible for. Start looking at what you can be accountable for. Just check up on it. Just look to see where you can say you're sorry. And if somebody says some bullshit, let that be their problem. You don't have to defend. You can say, yeah, I did that. And now I'm being responsible for it. And don't worry about it. Let them say their piece. Their piece is not the point. What's the point is that you get that shit out of your space. As black women, we're trained to get stuff out of our space so we can be present and we don't have to keep accidentally exploding on motherfuckers. As a black man, I'm suggesting strongly you may want to take that practice. Clean it up, be accountable, and when people spew their venom, let that be their venom. Okay? Let that be their hurt. Let that be their wound. The thing I love about my boy, I shouldn't call him boy, my boyfriend, is that he lets me spew my venom. And he's really like, he hears it out, bless his heart. Sometimes he reacts. Now he's learning how not to. And he looks to see what can he be accountable for. And when he does that, my heart breaks for him because I know he's trying to take care of me, and he does. So when you can be responsible for whatever's over there for somebody else, and you can clean it up, and they say their piece about it, not a problem. You get free. You're getting free. You're not trying to take care of her. You're getting free. So you don't have to carry it. She'll have to forgive. That's her part. Does it make sense? That's not yours. That's hers. Okay? That's her part. But I'm telling you, black man, I've been walking with people for 30 years. This is what I do. My job is to heal motherfuckers. Okay? The way you do it is to get the ugly out of your body. Okay? And the way you do that is to be accountable. And the way you get accountable is you being willing to be responsible for your power. Okay? And I don't mean your force, I mean the God power in you. Does that make sense? Let me hear from one of my men. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, cool. All right. So that's all I got for now. For all my allies, love you, girl. Thank you so much for sitting with me. For all my brothers, love you deeply. Thank you for allowing me to love on you. For all my sisters of success that are walking with me and listening to my word, thank you for hearing my heart. Thank you for aligning with what God has divinely orchestrated in and through me. And thank you for supporting me for my 20 generals. I thank God for you. And I'm excited about creating this. I have no idea what it is, but it's going to be amazing. But I think that by virtue of us putting our attention on the vulnerability, valuing the vulnerability of black men, I think that I think we're going to do something that's going to literally transform history. And in the process of transforming it, we'll heal it, at least a piece of it. If you're fed by this word, this life-giving word, this life-affirming word, please pay it forward. Um, and for all the sisters who reached out, I'll be reaching out to you soon. Let me just go and look to see where we stand. This is Dr. Venus, your Hot Mess Millionaire. Please share this video, and I love you. Goodbye for now.